like I was like going through this like laundry list of things, and he was like, "Ma'am, what are you doing to me? What are you doing? You're my problem right now." And I was like, "Oh, okay.
You're the problem."
I'm the
That's
problem.
how I feel. I'm the problem too, Nancy. And I'm trying to be a helper. I'm not trying to be a problem, but
I know it's like when Harry Met Sally. I'm the dog. I'm the dog. Like, welcome to Three Little Fishes. We're three sisters who grew up in the Midwest together, but have since spread across the country. I live in Los Angeles.
I'm in Nashville.
And I live in Philadelphia. We are all married with children, have all had careers, but now we stay at home with our families.
Join us as we share secrets and stories about being women, wives, and mothers.
We welcome you to laugh along, learn something new, reach out, and join our conversation.
So let's jump in.
What's up, fishes?
What's up, fishes?
Good to see you, girls.
Hello.
What's going on? I was in Chicago over the weekend. We did a family wedding, which was really fun, action-packed. Got to see a lot of extended family we hadn't seen in a long time, so that was really fun.
Nice.
Got to go to a Cubs game.
Oh,
I love Wrigley Field.
But it was so fun. And honestly, I haven't been to Wrigley in years, and I can't believe how much they have grown out this like whole plaza around Wrigley. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's so nice. So it was a lot of fun, but it's good to be kind of like back in our groove, back at home, in our own beds.
Well, that was a big to do.
All of the college people's stuff. So yeah, it's been good. What's been going on in your neck of the woods?
Well, we had kind of a rainy weekend here, which was horrible. And I think last year we had the same thing. So everybody, I think, was kind of a little gloom and doom. But one day we ended up going out and playing golf for the first time since November. Your
club's open again, right?
Yeah. At Aronimick, we hadn't played since November. So
yeah.
We actually put on our waterproof golf shoes and like layered up, and we went out and played, but it was fun.
Of course you have waterproof golf shoes. Of course you.
Doesn't everybody?
but for like the long weekend, it just, was not that exciting. You know what I mean?
Well, Johanna and I were on our own because Tim and Riley were on a guys trip. So she and I, had some fun together. We had some movie nights and we went to a baseball game. We did a little shopping. It was fun to just have a little her and me time, which never happens.
I like that. That was fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it was good. All right, you guys, before we get into it today, I just want to remind everybody to please rate, review, and invite your favorite fishes to jump in and join the conversation. All right, y'all, what's the buzz? So I was thinking about what the buzz is for me is the Indy 500 just happened and Tim and Riley got to go. Mm-hmm. And I used to live in Indianapolis. And so every year we would go to the race because that's just what you do. Like Indy is a buzzing the month of May. It's really
literally
cool.
Buzzing. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you ever get a chance to go to the 500, it's worth going. So who won this year? Felix Rosenquist won, and it was the closest race in race history. He won by 0.0233 seconds. It was like literally like a nose. Yes, it was so crazy.
Crazy. I had no idea.
So it was Riley's first race, and I kept saying, it's 200 laps. So I'm like, by lap 100, you're going to want to get out of the stands and you're going to want to walk around because it kind of gets boring. And he like came home. He's like, Mom, I could not get out of the stands. He's like, it was not boring at all. We had like rain delays, all these cautions. He's just like, you couldn't leave. It was so exciting.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love it. Maybe
so that was fun.
That's fun.
So it sounds like it's pretty exciting.
That's fun. I love it.
So you guys, because I was on my own a little bit over the weekend, which is Johanna and I ended up watching on Netflix. The Martin Short has a documentary, and what's it called? Marty, Life is Short.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a
Oh.
Martin Short fan, it's really good. It's really, really well done.
Yeah, he's good. I think he's such a talented comedic actor.
Do
Yeah.
they
And I mean,
talk about
it's
his
such a
daughter?
huge, long run. I mean, he's been doing it forever. He and Steve Martin.
Yeah, and he's in it. He does not talk about his daughter that just passed away, but he does talk about his wife, and they do a really beautiful nod to her. Anyway, so if you're it's a good doc. I thought they did it was really well done. And because of that, I forgot that he did some really good movies like from our childhood. And so Johanna and I ended up watching Inner Space. Do you
Oh, I
remember
love
that
that.
with
Yeah.
Quaid and Meg
Yeah.
Ryan? And she
Yeah.
thought it was funny. Like it's it's a little like, does it
It's
hold up
hokey.
100%?
Yeah.
No, but was it fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, to
It's
watch.
cute. It's a cute movie.
Yeah. So Linda, I think that you're telling me that you finally read the book, Remarkably Great. I can't talk. Remarkably Bright Creatures, right? That
I did.
that book was
I
like
did.
a huge buzz, and I think they
Mhm.
made a movie about it too.
They
What'd you
did.
think?
I really liked the book a lot. I kind of like octopuses, and it's got they're so smart, and there's a character.
That's so random. I've never heard you say I like octopuses.
I actually think they're fascinating because like I follow a couple people on Insta and they have like octopus in their aquariums and they do all these puzzles and they can open, like they're really smart creatures. And so there is an octopus in this book that, does some clever things, but really the remarkable bright creature is the humans because the
Right.
octopus is sort of narrating. So
I
I thought the book was kind of good. I enjoyed it.
I watched it over the weekend. And
With Sally Fields, right?
Sally Field was good in it. I mean, she was kind of mean. I mean, it, to begin with. And it was a little sad at times. I was like,
yeah,
oh my gosh,
I mean,
what
the
am I
book has
watching?
some sad parts to it.
But the octopus was cool. It made me think like, do they really think like can understand us when we're talking? Yeah, are they?
I don't know.
I've always wondered that because we had fish, with my kids growing up, and I was always like looking at them and talking to them, and they just would look at me. But you wonder, can these animals understand like us at all? Or I don't know.
I hope that fish that we like fish for to like eat can't feel it. Like that really would make me think of things differently if they like were complex thinkers and like this human's hooking me. I've met my maker. Like that sounds like
I don't know if a walleye is the same as an octopus, but I don't know.
I mean, it seemed a little bit far-fetched to me, but
they do seem like they can do a lot of puzzles. Like if you have an octopus in a tank, there's all these, like, they put food in a jar and they screw the jar on and they put it in there so it can have like some mental stimulation, and they unscrew it and so there is this, like in this book, this octopus escapes from its tank regularly and goes into other tanks and eats the
I know. Can they really do
other
that?
fish? And then it goes back into its tank.
Johanna really likes octopuses too. Like we just went to the aquarium not too long ago and she got an octopus and she sleeps with it every single night. She also is fascinated by them.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of things that we watched, I just finished Margot Has Money Troubles. And it has Elle Fanning in it. Who else is in it?
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yes, Michelle Pfeiffer. And then the guy who plays Jinx.
Yes.
He was in Parks and Rec. Linda, do you know who I'm talking about?
I do. What's his name?
Oh, Nick Offerman.
Offerman. His name is Nick Offerman.
Right. And he's
Nick Offerman. Yes.
Listen. And Greg Kinnear. So the cast is excellent. It's really good. And the premise is, not to give too many spoilers, but Elle Fanning's character is a college student, and she ends up having an affair with her professor, and she gets pregnant with her married professor who has his own family. And so
Bad choice.
it causes all sorts of problems because she doesn't come from an affluent family. You know, she has very little money,
Affluent.
right? She has very little money. And, you know, getting pregnant with your professor, she couldn't finish school. And so the professor doesn't want to be involved with her life. And so her mom and dad can't really help her very much. So she's left with, you know, a very precarious situation of
Yeah,
how
she's got
to
this
raise a
baby
baby.
and how to
Yeah.
provide for it. I did like it. It drew me in this weekend because of our terrible rainy weekend. But I really liked the Jinx character. I thought he was so good. Even though
Yeah.
he's trying to turn his life around, I really appreciated him. I
Yeah.
mean, Greg Kinnear, I don't know. I felt like he was too, I just
Oh,
couldn't get it. He's too goody goody. Like, I couldn't
oh,
really,
he's terrible. I did hated him.
I wouldn't say hate him. You can't hate
Okay,
him,
I
but
disliked him. I disliked him immensely, his character. I disliked the character.
yeah. But Michelle Pfeiffer, like her outfits cracked me up. I was like, I know you used to work at Hooters, but like, you don't have to dress like that right now.
she
I
she
mean,
feels good. And she's like, like, she thinks that she's aging well. Like, she's proud of how she looks for sure. But the interesting thing is what this girl cannot make a living. She doesn't have any childcare. She
right.
doesn't have any financial help. She needs money to like live and care for her baby. So she's a writer. She's trying to figure out how she can write and make a living. And she turns to OnlyFans. So it like opens the question of, is OnlyFans sex working? And, do we judge her because she chose to do OnlyFans to support her child? And she's a good mom, and she is like meeting her child's needs. So it was this interesting question of like, okay, like, is that bad? I don't know.
I know
I
it
mean,
is
I think
interesting.
this is the age-old profession. Women turn to prostituting their sexuality to make money. So for me, even though she's not actually engaging in physical sex, she's selling her sexuality, which is a prostitution of herself. And
I mean,
Well, I mean,
do
in the
whatever you want to do, but you are prostituting your sexuality to make money. So yeah, I don't want my daughters doing that. I don't want my son doing that. I understand it's not actual sexual acts, but you're sexualizing yourself for money. So,
well, it was interesting. She didn't really like care two hoots about it, what people thought, until social media got a hold of it, and because she was kind of under disguise, and then they figured out who she was, and then she
yeah.
was like, "Oh no, what did I do?"
Well,
So
because people judge you, right? And she also has this baby, and so I think that you don't want to be judged. And I will just say that I don't think anybody wakes up and their end game is to be like, can I please be a sex worker? Can I please be a stripper? Like, nobody, you can't convince me that that's anybody's end game. So it just asks all these questions of like, again, I don't want to judge her. But that being said, do I want my daughter to have to make that choice to like live and survive? No. Like, so does that make me a hypocrite? Probably. Like, I don't know. So it's I think it's a smart show. It's smart writing. It kind of gets us talking about it. I don't know.
that's
But
a no for
anyway,
me.
so moving on to life here at our house is very, very stressful. I think I mentioned this a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we are dealing with the end of the year stuff for our teenage son. And we are dealing with SATs, ACTs, and he's also on Accutane for his skin.
Mhm.
So let's jump in. Like, what do you guys think about all these stressors? Like, I go to the dermatologist, and the dermatologist is like, how's he doing? How are you? How's your mood? How are you feeling? Because Accutane supposedly, can
Alter your
affect
mood.
people's
Yeah.
moods.
Mhm.
So they monitor to make sure that they're handling the medication okay.
Mhm.
And the reason he's on it is because he was having some scarring for his acne. So it was kind of like the last resort. And like, what's worse, scarring or possibly having a mood, like, dry skin, and what do you do? So I was like, well, I think his mood is fine, but honestly, you guys, it's not
It's
great
hard
because
to
it's
know.
school related. So I don't even know. Like,
Yeah,
so
I
I
mean,
feel like I don't know.
I can relate because I have a son on Accutane. This is my second child being on Accutane. And I mean, it is a good drug to help get this acne under control because my middle son was getting that cystic scarring. I mean,
Yeah.
it would leave a permanent scar on his
Yeah.
face if we didn't step in. So
Same.
we're like, let's do
Same.
it. And then
Yeah.
my other son was kind of starting to develop the same thing. And so we had tried everything, like the creams,
Yeah.
like we've tried antibiotics, we've tried it all. And finally, it's like, I mean, I was getting bleach everywhere, like brand new duvets, bleached stains because, all the
Oh,
benzoyl
the
peroxide, like
benzoprexide.
medication that they were on. I was just
Yeah.
like, I felt like it was destroying everything. But I think the big thing with Accutane is it does have side effects. And I think
Mhm.
people need to know it's very, very drying. And when I
Yes.
say, especially
Yes.
Mhm.
your lips like are constantly peeling, and like kids have to put on like lip balm like reapply
Constantly. Yeah. An
times
Aquaphor.
Yes.
several times a
Yes.
day. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of funny, but I find like all this lip balm because he'll put it in his pants and then it gets washed. And then I didn't
Yes.
know it was in the wash, and then it gets in the dryer.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it leaves like smudge marks in my
Streaks.
dryer. I'm
Streaks.
just
Yeah.
like, oh. So this
Yeah.
Yeah.
Accutane is not for the, faint
Yeah.
You
hearted
have
because
to be
you
very
get,
detailed about it, right?
yeah,
It's a
well, these
very
kids,
dangerous but effective drug.
right. I mean, another side effect they get is also nosebleeds. So you'll get
Yeah.
like nosebleeds while they're sleeping.
Yeah.
You'll get it all over your sheets. Very sensitive skin to sun, which is like very
Yes.
important that they wear sunblock so they don't
Yes.
get.
Mhm.
But I think like what you were saying is it can affect their mood, and you have to, I think it is like a very difficult like choice. Are they depressed, or are they moody because they're just a teenager? Is it the medication? Like, you're right, it's like it's hard to
Mhm.
know. But I think
I,
people that do get very mood swings like that are really, really, I think you would know the difference. I think we're just having real teenage moodiness.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the Accutane is it's a ride for everybody, and it's like you're on it for about six months plus, depending on how your body's responding. And then
Mhm.
you also have
Well,
to be careful. We got like a concerning blood test because you have to check your blood every month to make sure your liver is
yeah.
okay. And my
Mhm.
one son had some like liver, there were
Oh.
changes, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
But the doctor said it was fine, like he wasn't
Oh.
worried. So I was like, okay, well, that made me feel better because I thought, oh my gosh, when I saw, how you get the results before you
Yeah.
talk to them, and I'm
Talk to the
like,
doctor. Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
I wish that I didn't get to see results of blood work before I talk to my doctor, because I go down a terrible rabbit hole. I have no medical knowledge whatsoever. I'm a social worker. I'm trained as a social worker. I have no medical, and I'm looking at this stuff, and then I do a deep dive, you
Yeah.
know, Google, and it's like, I've decided I'm dying, or, something
You have a brain
horrible's happening.
tumor.
Yes, like it's
See,
terrible.
I like it because I'm like, I like to know.
I did
Yeah.
Accutane when I was young. It was like, this was like a long time ago, like when I was in high school, because my acne was so bad. And I think this was a newer drug. But it hasn't changed. Like, you have to still get blood tests. Like, it's still potent. You have to watch everything. But I remember sitting in the bleachers in high school and my friends being like, you can play connect the dots, like to your like
Oh,
face. Like, it was like,
yeah.
it's like, it does affect your confidence, and it affects how you feel about yourself. So,
Yeah.
it's, I don't know. So I don't know what's worse, like the dry skin or the acne, but I certainly don't want him to have mood swings with it and this pressure to feel perfect. I don't want anybody to feel the pressure that I have to feel beautiful or perfect all the time. I feel like that's not what it's about, right?
Yeah.
So, and then, and then we head into like SATs and ACTs of like, how do you find enough time to study for them on top of all the other stuff that you're supposed to be doing? And it's a standardized test. So it's like, I think they're really hard to study for in general. Like, how do you prepare for that?
I know it's so much pressure, right? It's like you want to look good.
Yes.
Everyone wants to look good, right?
Right.
And it's like, with especially high school kids are in sports, or they're constantly sweating, and then that makes
Yeah.
the acne worse. And then the SAT prep is horrible because, you have, in my experience, with my children, like you have to study because there are certain things you need to know about nuances with the test, and it helps you score better.
It's more test taking strategy, in my opinion.
Right.
Like, you can't study necessarily all the math that you haven't learned or whatever, but you can learn some good techniques for getting through the test effectively. And it is a lot. And there is a lot of pressure. I kind of hoped after COVID we would get rid of these tests, but I think they're such a moneymaker that they're never going
Well,
to
I
go
actually think
away.
they're coming back now. There
Yeah.
was
They
like
are.
I think some schools are still test optional, but I think like a lot of them are going back
Yeah.
to, because they can't break out the kids,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
If like you don't show your test scores and you got, a 4.0 plus, how do you break out who is a better student? And
But
Right.
just because they test well does not mean that they're a better student. That's my frustration
100%.
with it.
Yeah.
Like, not everybody is a good test taker, and it doesn't mean that they're not going to do well or be a good addition to that school or for that community or culture.
I
I
totally
feel like
agree,
these
but
these tests are very short-sighted. My question for you ladies is, especially since you've been through this before, like, do you have any like tricks or like tips of like sites to use for these ACT and SATs that you found to be super helpful for your kids when they went in to take these tests? Because there's so many resources out there. It's hard to weed out like what's going to be helpful and what's just what you're just throwing money at.
Well, I think the College Board is a good resource because um, they have books that you can purchase. That's like a study guide, and they have practice tests in those. They also have online practice tests and resources. They even have resources on their website that have people that have like volunteered to hold sessions for students that you can sign up for. So it's not all about money.
Yeah.
Certainly you can take private lessons with people. There's plenty of
Yeah, there's a
companies
lot of
out there but I feel like they're so expensive. And we have
So expensive.
done private lessons before, and I'm just appalled at how much it costs.
Yeah.
And it just seems like it's a racket to me.
I know.
I don't know what the answer is, honestly, because like I think none of my kids have gotten a perfect score by any means, and they've really tried. So I don't know what the answer is.
Well,
I
again, I
think
think that we are teaching, it does feel like we are really leaning into perfection. Like you have to look a certain way, act a certain way, you have to score a certain way, fit in all these boxes. And then maybe if you choose to go to college, like maybe we'll pick you, but I don't know. Even if you're like as perfect as you can be, you may not be perfect enough. Like it's just
Getting
very tricky.
getting into college is very difficult. And even if you have good grades,
Yeah.
they still will say no. So
Yeah.
I don't know what the rhyme or reason for some schools is. But it's stressful for these kids and all this pressure of looking good, testing well, and like
Yeah.
I see how it's like a pressure cooker. And that's
Yeah.
where I feel like we are right now in our household is like
Yeah.
everyone is on edge. And
I'm right there with you, Kathy, of like, I don't want to add to the pressure cooker he already feels. And it's really tricky and as I'm saying that, it's tricky. It's like, how's it going in school? Do you need, like, how's math? Do you need a tutor? Do you need extra help? Like, have you called this person? Have you done this? Like I was like going through this like laundry list of things. And he was like, Mom, what are you doing to me? What are you doing? You're my problem right now. And I was like, oh,
you're
okay.
the problem.
I'm the
That's
problem.
how I feel. I'm the problem too, Nancy. And I'm trying to be a helper. I'm not trying to be a problem, but
I know it's like when Harry met Sally. I'm the dog. I'm the dog. Like, I don't know. So I'm like not managing it very well, I don't think. And it's just, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is either. So,
well, the only thing I could say is it's coming to an end. Junior year is almost over. Thank
I mean,
goodness.
Yes, it will all work out.
good luck to everybody as they're like ending
Yeah.
their years and heading into summer, and hopefully people can have a little fun and just kind of turn down the heat
Yeah.
and try to have a little.
I think too, just remind your teens to just take care of themselves day after day. It's a grind, but try and get enough
Yeah.
sleep, try and drink enough water, get your fruits and vegetables, get some exercise, do the mundane, and everything else will sort of shake out the way it's supposed to.
I will tell you, my son said that he was gone over the weekend with Tim, and he was like, I was asked like 1,000 times what my plans are. It's like, Mom, how am I supposed to know what my plans are? Like,
I know.
no,
It
like I
is.
don't have any control over all my plans right now. I'm doing the best I can. I'm like, it's
Right.
fine. People are just trying to be interested, but like, I understand, like, so maybe, for if you're listening and you know a junior, don't ask them their plans. Like they don't know.
They don't know. What are you going to
They
do
don't
when you
know.
grow up? I don't know.
Yeah. And that's okay.
And that is 100% okay.
And I don't think you should necessarily know what you're supposed to do at 17. Like, I think you just like try to just do the best you can so you can have as many options as you can and choose from that. Like, that's all, right? That's all you can do.
Yeah.
All right, girls, good stuff. What's for dinner?
So I got some pork tenderloin the other day, and I threw it in the crock pot with some taco seasoning and some salsa, and I just let it cook on low. And then I shredded it all up when it was done, and we had pork tacos with it. And now I have a bunch of extra pork because we didn't go through it. And I am going to make it into another meal, and we're going to have pork burritos for dinner.
Yeah.
That
So,
sounds
you
good.
get the big wrappers, the meat's already done, you build it, and then put it in the oven. And what I love about this is this pork tenderloin is pretty inexpensive. It's a lean meat. It's good protein. And I can get this to stretch for many meals into different things.
I have a funny story to add on to that because so now all of my kids are home from college and I did not realize how much they eat. I mean, I've been used to my youngest who's been like on a health binge kick this entire 6 months. So I feel like he hardly eats. So I haven't been cooking like big meals.
Huge meals. Yeah.
And so my oldest is like, what are we having for dinner tonight? And I'm like, well, I thought we'd have maybe this tenderloin. He's like, is that it? And then he's like, we need another one. And how about some burgers? So last night we had 2 tenderloins, a big slab of burgers. And I think like there weren't that many leftovers. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking, oh my gosh, is
Yeah.
this what it's going to be like every night now? I got to go
Yeah.
like get a huge amount of meat. It's like, that's what they want is the meat.
Yeah.
But I
Meat
was
is- I mean,
just like laughing. And he has to have all this spicy seasoning.
who is this?
This
Your
is my oldest. He's
Yeah.
like,
He
That's
loves
right.
spice. Like it's
Yeah.
it's shocking. Like
I
I
love
feel
it.
like he's, and don't get your feelings hurt if you listen to this, but I think you're a little picky eater, G. And to hear that you love spice like cracks me up.
yeah, he
him and the
definitely does.
Cajun.
So
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
just funny last night. I was like, wow, we're having all this food.
Yeah. And they ate it all.
Yeah.
And they eat it all.
Nancy, I've done that recipe with chicken, but I've never done it with pork. So I'll have to give it a try. Did you put it in the slow cooker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
I
do
just,
it
like,
with
left it.
chicken, but I haven't done it with pork. I'll have to give it a try.
Yeah.
All right,
So
good idea.
you know me, I'm always looking for something that's going to stretch and be satisfying. If I can make it into more than one meal,
Yeah.
I'm all for it. So give it a try. We're really leaning into like, you know, wraps these days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wraps are
nice.
delish. I love it.
Well, we want to thank you for listening to our podcast and letting us sisters jump into your day. Please continue to follow us at threelittlefishes.com/show notes so we can make sure you're up for all of our exclusive content and recipes. Also, make sure to follow us at 3LF Pod on social media to be part of the daily conversation. Have a wonderful weekend. Fishes out.